earth was young, the soil had never tasted blood. But in the heart of one man, a storm was already breaking. Envy is not a sudden fire, it is a cold, slow poison. It whispers that your brother's light makes your shadow dark. There comes a moment when the heart turns to stone, and the first crime begins in silence. After Adam and Hawa, peace be upon them, left paradise, they were sent down to earth so that human life could begin. Adam was sent to one land and Hawa to another, and for a time they were separated. For the first time, Adam stood upon the earth. Alone, the sky above him was vast and unfamiliar. There was no garden, no flowing rivers of paradise, and no gentle light that never faded. The wind was cold, and the ground was hard beneath his feet. Adam raised his hands and called upon God, asking for forgiveness and guidance. Days passed as he walked across valleys and mountains, searching for Hawa. At last, by the mercy of Allah, they were reunited. From their reunion, the story of mankind on earth began. The first nights were difficult. Darkness fell completely. Unlike paradise, where there was always light, Adam and Hawa gathered close for warmth and safety. They learned hunger and thirst, and they learned patience. Adam was taught how to plant seeds into the soil. And when rain fell, he saw crops grow from the ground. He learned to build shelter and protect his family. They worship Allah and taught their children to worship Him as well. Adam taught them words, names of things, and how to live upon the earth. Thus, the first home of humanity was established. As their family grew, humanity needed a way to continue. Since there were no other people, a special law existed at that time. Children born from the same birth were not allowed to marry each other. But a male from one birth could marry a female from another birth. Through this system, the descendants of Adam and Hawa spread across the land. It is said that Hawa would give birth to twins, a boy and a girl in each pregnancy. The boy and girl born together were siblings and forbidden to marry one another. And each male married a female from another pregnancy. In this way, generations began to appear and humanity slowly increased. Among their children were two brothers, Qabil and Habil. Qabil was older. He worked the soil and cultivated crops. Habil was a shepherd who cared for animals and spent long hours in open fields. Habil was gentle and sincere and stronger than his brother. Qabil worked the land, but was weaker, careless, and troubled in his heart. When marriage time came, Adam ordered each son to marry a sister from another birth. Habil accepted, but Qabil refused and wanted his own twin sister. Adam ruled that the decision would be settled by an offering made to Allah. Each of them prepared a sacrifice. Habil selected the best ram from his flocks, a healthy and valuable animal, and offered it sincerely. Qabil gathered crops from his fields, but he chose from the poorest portion of his harvest. They placed their offerings and waited. Then a clear sign appeared. A fire descended from the sky and consumed Habil's offering, while Qabil's offering remained untouched. It became clear that Habil's sacrifice had been accepted. Habil reminded his brother that God accepts only from those who are sincere and righteous. Jealousy entered Qabil's heart. He could not accept what had happened. He became angry with his brother.
I swear, I will kill you.
And threatened him. Qabil did not threaten him in return. He spoke calmly and warned him to fear God and not commit wrongdoing. But the anger did not leave Qabil. He began to isolate himself, and dark thoughts grew within him. Time passed. One day, Adam sensed unease in his household. Habil had not returned from grazing his sheep, and evening was approaching. Adam asked Qabil to go and call his brother home. Qabil went out. As he walked, his thoughts returned to the rejected offering and the honor given to Habil. His jealousy overcame him. When he found Habil alone, he confronted him again. Habil spoke gently and refused to fight his brother. Qabil picked up a stone. He struck Habil, and Habil fell to the ground. With that act, the first death caused by a human hand occurred upon the earth. Qabil stood before his brother's body, not knowing what to do. He had never seen death before. Then Allah sent a bird that scratched the ground and buried another dead bird. By observing it, Qabil learned how to bury his brother. He dug the earth, placed Habil's body within it, and covered it. This was the first burial among humankind. Adam soon learned what had happened. Great sorrow entered his home. The absence of Habil was felt deeply, and grief spread among the family. According to narrations, Qabil left the place where Adam lived. He went away with the woman he married and settled in another region. His descendants lived separately, while Adam remained with the rest of his children. Humanity continued to grow generation after generation. People spread across the earth, built dwellings, cultivated land, and formed communities. And the story of the two brothers remained remembered. The first conflict among human beings, and a lesson carried through time.